Got it?
I mean, it just said it's being recorded, but.
Okay. So you ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Make sure you can hear everything. Let me know.
Come to the center of your mat. Come to a simple cross-legged, easy seat, Sukhasana. You have arrived. Bring your attention to your breath. Your inhale, lift the crown of your head. Your exhale, draw your navel gently in, letting the ribs settle down. Palms resting on the knees. Just take a few breaths here. A 4 count, easy in breath. Pause and a 4 count, easy out breath. Bring the right arm up, right elbow up, right hand behind your back between your shoulder blades. The left hand comes to the right elbow and helps it ease back. The head lifts, pressing into the right arm. Take a breath here. The exhale settles the ribs down while the navel is in and up. One more breath. On the exhale, release, palms to knees. Inhale, left elbow comes up, the right hand takes that elbow. Settle it further, fingertips working down between the shoulder blades. Gazing straight ahead, the head pushes back into the left arm. One more breath. Your exhale releases, palms to your knees. Sit tall for a breath. And your steady exhale. Let's turn now to come to a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Turn the fingers toward the knees. Wrists are away from you, and walk the knees back a little bit. A nice wrist stretch here. And as you feel the wrist stretching, you might move hips side to side. Maybe take the hips around in a little circle so that you have a fuller side to side stretch in the wrist. One more breath. And now turn the hand. Fingers spread wide, curl toes under, will press up into a downward facing dog. Press through the arms, let the shoulders spread wide away from the ears. You can pedal this dog out. Notice if you bend the knees, the sit bones can lift even higher, extending through the back. Just take a couple more breaths here. Let the ankles relax. The navel draws in and up. Ears between the biceps. And now step up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Your hands might be to shins, or bend the knees, pull up on the ankles to lift the sit bones, or take peace sign fingers around the big toes. Elbows go wide as you lift up and exhale, let the crown come toward the floor. Breathe here in Padangusthasana. Navel in, ribs in, deepen the stretch. And then bend the knees and just ragdoll, slowly come up one vertebrae at a time to a standing position, Tadasana. Feel the crown lift, the four corners of the feet rooted into the floor. One big breath here, navel in, ribs knitted, and we'll inhale to bring the arms up, reach tall through the side body, and exhale, bend the knees to fold. Inhale to lift halfway up. Feel a long spine here. Can hold at the ankles and pull up to feel the extension in the lower back. Gaze straight down. Now plant hands on either side of the right foot where you step the left foot back into low lunge. With cupcake fingers, fingertips touching the floor, palms lifted, lift the heart, yearn it forward. And then weight into the right foot, bring the left foot in a little bit, toes slightly angled out, setting up for a pyramid. So begin with hands to the shins and flat back parallel to the earth. Take a breath here. Bend into the right knee so that your whole torso lies against your thigh. And then begin to straighten the right leg. Hands might be at ankles or down to the ground. Take a breath here. You might reach back if you feel steady, take opposite elbows. Or hands in prayer in the back, elbows lift up and out to the side. One more breath to lengthen. And on your exhale, step the left foot back a little bit, back to low lunge. Turn the right foot forward and reach on up to star, legs wide, hands come to prayer, touching above the head. And then swan dive forward, wide leg forward fold. The outside edges of your feet parallel to one another. Touch the fingertips and inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold in. Bending the knees allows you to lift those sit bones higher and then extend the legs. Crown of the floor or crown of the head yearns toward the floor. Couple more breaths here. Now walk the hands back up to the front of the mat. Find that low lunge, lifting the heart on the in-breath. On the exhale, step up, the left foot next to the right. Fold and inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. Low lunge. Weight into the left foot, bring the right foot up, toes slightly out, setting up for pyramid on the left. So first, navel's in and up. Body parallel to the earth. And then you might start walking the hands forward. Bend the left knee so the Spine is extended and the torso is resting across the left leg, heart towards knee, and then keeping that contact with torso to thigh, straighten the left leg to your own degree. If that feels steady, hold opposite elbows behind the back, or reverse prayer. So the heart is yearning toward the knee, as the chin is yearning toward the shin. One more breath. Step the right foot back, low lunge once again. And then lift the right arm on up, find your star, prayer above the head, and exhale, forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. From fingertips, inhale, extend the body forward, extend the spine. And exhale, dip in. Crown towards the floor, navel in and up, ribs together. Use hands on the floor to deepen into your fold. One more breath. Turn towards the front of your mat, find a low lunge. Step the right foot up to the left for your fold. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale, plant hands and step back to downward facing dog, hips high. One breath. Exhale. Bend the knees. Come down to a seat at the center of your mat. With knees bent up, hold the ankles, sit tall. On the exhale, take the feet wide. Upavista Konasana. Press into the earth behind you to lift the feet coming to the front of the sit bones. Then hands come in front of the body and you can start to walk forward to your own degree. So you might move hands to shins or to ankles. And if you can keep this extension in the spine, you might even take the outside edges of the feet and relax in here. Feet are flexed, toes pointing straight up to the ceiling. One more breath. Use the hands to lift the body, walking back up. Hands under the knees to lift the legs back to a staff pose with knees bent. Pull up on the ankles to lengthen and then let the legs go straight. Hands to thighs, take a breath, lifting, extending the spine, the crown is moving up, and then bending forward, Paschimottanasana. So you might start with knees bent and pulling on the ankles, and then with straight legs, feet flexed, the hands might be to the shins or the ankles, or you might eventually take the outside edges of the feet. We'll be here for a few breaths. Elbows go wide. Press the thighs down into the earth. Keep your steady breath. One more. And inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to come back to your staff pose. Hands behind the hips. Lift the heart, straighten the arms. Bend at the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. And if this is enough of a stretch that feels good, stay. But if you'd like a little strengthening, you're going to lift the hips up off the earth, coming into reverse table. One more breath. And release. Keep the knees bent and just come on down, supine, onto the back. Take a breath. As you exhale, pull the navel down. Feel the spine flush with the earth. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis in the opposite direction, feeling a little curve in the lumbar spine. Keep that slight curve in the lumbar spine and lift the legs straight up above the pelvis. Feet are flexed as if you're standing on the ceiling. Take a few breaths here in waterfall. Feeling as if there might just be a blueberry between the earth and your lower back. Just a slight natural curve in that lumbar spine. And then keeping that curve with the knees bend and come out to the side of the body. You could hold behind the thighs and pull the knees in closer to the sides of the body. Or you might clasp around the ankles, or you might even take the outside edges of the feet for happy baby. In happy baby, see if you can still be aware of that subtle curve in the lumbar spine as you pull the knees down and the feet pressed against the hips. You can just find this kind of energetic play of opposite pressures, or you could take a little side-to-side rocking on the sacrum. Whatever feels good. And now we'll bring knees into chest, give them a hug, and feel the lower back flexing, rounding, making contact with the earth here in cradle. One breath. And we'll extend the legs, extend the arms by the sides, palms up. Into Shavasana for rest. Letting your body receive. React. Respond. Relinquish. Rebound. Restore. As you let every muscle, every joint just melt into the floor for your Shavasana. We'll be here for another minute. Just close the eyes, scanning the body for any holding. And find those even, steady breaths. You'll hear my voice after a few more breaths. And now, One more big, gentle inhale. A long, slow exhale. Stretch through the fingers. Rotate at the wrist one way and then the other. Draw the right knee into your heart. Rotate the ankle one way and the other. Draw the left knee in. Move that ankle around. And then hugging both legs into your heart. Round your nose up towards your knees. Your shoulders lift up off the ground. Inhale. And as you exhale, just roll over to your right side in this little fetal position. Your right arm can rest under your right ear for a breath. And then your left hand presses into the earth. Right hand presses, bringing your body up, back to the easy seat where we began. Please bring hands to prayer at heart center, closing the eyes, dropping the chin. Breathing here, feeling extended through the spine. The light in me shines, salutes, and bows to the light within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, I feel better. Do you?
Yes, I do.
Only 20 minutes and makes you feel better. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Yeah, nice and relaxed.
All right, I'm going to stop recording now, but
Okay.
let's see. Stop.